Listen, I just want you guys to know, especially you guys in the comments that give me such a hard time about everything. Today, we've got boots and gloves, and boots and gloves, and boots and gloves. Just saying. Today. Maybe for today only, but we'll see. Alright, so we got the loader back in the shop again. So they fixed a bunch of the hoses. I kind of helped with the hose part, as you saw. It still has a bit of a leak, but it's not that bad. But as soon as we got all of the pressure back in the system, she probably blew out the seals on that cylinder right there. So we're gonna yank this cylinder off today and get it up on the bench and repacked. We ordered a full repacking kit for this thing for all 4 cylinders. So I've got the kit right here. And we got those from the part store. What is that, HW part store or something like that? Yeah, HW part store. So yeah, wasn't a bad price. They actually had them in stock, so we could actually get them. So, you know, good deal. So we're gonna end up, like I said, we'll get this cylinder rebuilt and see what the next cylinder is that blows. Hopefully we don't have that continuing issue, but we'll see. So I'm gonna get that fixed today and then go from there. So I will pick you guys back up once I get it off the machine. That part's pretty simple. It's literally just a couple of C-clips and a bolt down there. Pop this pin out, pop that pin out, disconnect the line there, and the whole cylinder comes off. Barely an inconvenience. So we'll go ahead and get that up on the bench, and then we'll start tearing it down. Listen, I just want you guys to know, especially you guys in the comments that give me such a hard time about everything. Today, we've got boots and gloves, and boots and gloves, and boots and gloves. Just saying. Today. Maybe for today only, but we'll see. I'm trying not to get filthy today. And the boots are a new thing I'm trying to do. I don't like it. Alright, so we got it all out and sitting here now. We lucked out and had caps and plugs for this one, so we won't make so much of a mess there. We had dual lock rings on either side, which was kind of interesting. And a 9/16 head bolt down there to pull the pin out. And then we just pulled it out, lifted it up, set it where I wanted it, put the pin back in it, because I'm going to figure out a way to prop it up now, and then we'll get all of the guts torn out of her. I gotta have to crack my lines and break the hydro lock so it'll come down, and then we'll take the gland nut off and start rebuilding it on the bench after that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going, and then I will hit you guys up once I get to probably on the bench part. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. All right. So we got this all chucked up in here. We ended up pulling her out, swapping her from down there to up here. Got our gland nut right there. We're gonna go ahead and put a 28 mil on here. We're gonna take the bolt out of the back here, then we can slide everything off and rebuild it on the bench. So that's what I'm about to hit now. Don't know what the torque is, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, so we got this bad boy out. I don't know if you can see down in there the best, but the seals are just shot. Almost looks like goo down in there. It's actually the plastic that's been stretched so thin and is just hanging out in the hole like sheets almost. So yeah, you can see it's not looking good. So we'll get this bad boy rebuilt. You can see it smacked on something at some point, but probably lost a nut or something in there. We'll go ahead and get this thing torn apart and resealed, and then we'll get her back on the machine and get this piece out of the dungeon, because, yeah. I want to work on some of my projects. They really need to stop breaking all the tools around here, because it's really slowing me down. Alright, so I got it all back together here. The seals have been changed. The seal down inside of here is a real pain in the ass. You basically have to fold it down in there and then kind of massage it into where it goes. It sucks. Then the top seal up on the other side here is right on top of it, and that's pretty easy, just a tap down style. And then you've got your spacer and your O-ring. or retainer or whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this shoved back in there, but first we gotta swap these around. So that's what I'm gonna do, and put that up there, this in there, and then hook it all back together. I'll show it to you guys once I have it done. All right, so we got it all back together, and all the lines hooked back up, and everything looks good. We'll get it out of here and start it up and make sure it's not gonna leak everywhere. It shouldn't, I hope, maybe. And then, yeah, that'll be the end of this one. So I appreciate you guys stopping in and whatnot. It's not really a how-to, it's a how we did. If you've got one of these old machines, you know what I'm talking about. You just got to keep them running. The parts aren't that bad for them. That's one of these things, if you want to run an old machine, buy an old machine, something like this, you're going to get it real cheap, but she's going to need a little upkeep like this. And this little upkeep, the parts are cheap, but the tools to do it easy and fast and right, well, they cost money. So that's definitely the deal with it. So we'll turn on the camera again when we go to put it outside and test it real quick, and then call that a day.
Picky.
No. All right, you ready?
You might have to anyway because it'll be smoky.
Yeah, you ready? Do it.
3, 2, 1.
Do it. What the fuck is that all about?
I don't know. That's a first.
Oh, god damn it.
And now I have like no. Oh god, did that fuse?
Did the battery just go?
No, but if I recall, there's a fuse underneath the seat that if you hold the button for too long, it pops.
Oh, way to go. Alright, well I guess we're gonna figure out what that's all about. Alright, so I forgot to grab the camera. Feel good? Alright, park it. Where's it go? That wasn't that far. So we're gonna go ahead and get some screws to put that control panel back up and in there. Not really sure why I didn't want to start and why it blew the fuse, but it's happy now and we're gonna go with that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.